There was a recording I had done saying how they were taking me all over the place, seeing all the different variations, where people are all saying the same thing, and then you're met wherever you're at. So whatever you resonate with is where you can heal, and then you can start growing from there. And I was saying how I like all those different variations. But I like all those different variations, not just because repetition is good and it helps us learn and integrate, but I know for me, sometimes it takes me a longer amount of time to hear the same thing for it to click or be integrated. And yet, if I listen to the exact same thing, learning from the exact same teacher, or even the exact same set of teachers, like along the same language or along the same lines, I can stop hearing it, right? Because it just becomes background noise. Versus if everybody's saying the same thing, they're just saying it in their way, in their format, in their understanding. And so if I'm jumping around, so I'm getting a variation, it allows me to stay present and integrate and understand and hear, because I'll listen to hear. I'll listen to hear because of the variation, because of the newness. Even though it ends up still being the same thing, it's allowing that same thing to be further integrated, that further understanding, that deeper understanding, because it's new, like a new way. It's not new information as much as it's a new variation. It's a new spin on it. It's a new way to hear it. And that new way to hear it allows us to hear it seemingly for the first time. So it allows that deeper integration, right? Versus, like I listen to the same self-help teachers all the time. I love them. They're saying truth. They're saying great stuff. But after you hear it over and over and over and over again, you get to the point where you're just hearing it. You're no longer listening or integrating it. It's just repetitive. And so then it's like you're no longer, it's like evolving, essentially, right? It's just like anything. They're showing me art. It's like if I went to take a sketch class and I wasn't necessarily getting great at it, so I kept taking the same sketch class. At some point, you just have to try a new variation. And that new variation, a new teacher, new class, new technique, new medium, surprisingly, might click something that you were trying to learn in sketch class. Because you heard it a new way, or you saw it a new way, or you experienced it a new way, it allowed the old teaching to finally click. Yet if you stayed with the old teaching, you heard it. Yeah, I hear you, but you can't hear it. You can't integrate it. You can't understand it for some reason. And so when you get a new variation, a new spin, a new medium, a new, it's still art, but it's a new format. Sometimes that's all you need is that little switch, that little difference, that new hearing, that new whatever, that allows the further integration of even the previous teachings. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not that anybody was wrong or bad. It wasn't anything. It's just you needed to hear it your way. You needed to hear it a certain way, or a certain type, person, experience, environment. Sometimes we just need that new environment, or we need that new teacher, or that new voice, or that new spin on it, or the new take on it, where, again, it's essentially all the same stuff. One truth's truth, yet we can't always hear it in a way that it's hitting us, or integrating, or resonating with us, or getting through to us. And so it's like, don't beat yourself up about it. Like sometimes I would do that. I would just keep beating myself up about it and staying the course, because people would say, just stay the course. You got to keep doing the work. But it's like, yes, but that doesn't mean with them. Maybe it's the wrong teacher, or the wrong time, or or it's too much of the same thing, and you just need freshness, newness, because you're no longer even listening, because you've heard it so many times that it does become background noise, right? Anyway, I liked that, because I do like to stay fresh and present, and I do like to learn. But if I'm not able to hear what somebody keeps telling me, it's not what they're telling me is wrong or bad, or that they're wrong or bad. It's that I just need something new or fresh, because I things do catch my attention and I want to learn and grow and I want to expand and I do want to integrate it. And yet I can't keep listening to this on repeat, right? It's like I need a new spin. And that new spin, ironically, can open up and unlock what the old person was attempting to say. They just weren't able to come up with a new variation or new verbiage. They just kept repeating the same old thing. And you're like, I hear the words coming out of your mouth and I've heard them the last 1,000 times and I'm telling you the same thing. I don't get it, or I can't hear you. And it's like they can't hear that you can't hear because they don't know how to say it any other way, right? Like they haven't expanded on their vocabulary or their understanding or their technique or their whatever. So it's like, that's all they're a one-trick pony or a 10-trick pony, but none of their 10 tricks are helping you, right? It's like sometimes we need somebody else who has a different spin or a different understanding or a different technique or a different whatever. And it's like, oh my God, and I think that's what so-and-so was trying to say. But God bless them, they couldn't get through to me. It's not that they didn't have the heart, they just didn't have the skill set that resonated with you, right? Sometimes we need that different medium to resonate with us. Anyway, I just really liked that. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.